So now we're going to start talking about the coordinate plane. Okay, here's my coordinate plane. Right now it's not labeled anything. Okay, but I have 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay, and when I have a point I want to plot, I'm going to look at the coordinates to figure out where that point is going to go. So if I have the point, let's say we have the point, the easy one first. Just put them right up here. We have the point -3, 4. Okay. Things I need for my coordinate plane. I must first label my y and my x-axis. Okay. If I want, I can label this as -x and this one down here as -y. Don't need to, but that is going to be helpful for me. Now, if I remember, this first point I have right here represents my x, and my second point represents my y. So what I have here is my x is -3. So I'm going to start at the origin, which is where my y and x meet. And x is to the right, so since I have a -3, I'm going to move away from my positive x. So I'm going to move over 1, 2, 3 spots. My y has a value of 4. I know y, a positive y, will be going up. So I'm going to start where I just was, move up 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a point there. And that is the point, -3, 4. Now, there's a lot of other points we could plot. One of the situations I'm just going to show you is another tricky problem. And it is the point -2, 0. I chose this one for a reason because I have a 0 in my y. Now let's think about this. If I start once again at my origin, which is 0, 0, and I move 2 to the left as I should because my x is -2, my y tells me not to move up or down at all. So my answer is simply going to be right on my x-axis, -2, 0. And same thing if I had now a different point that was 0, -7. Okay? 0 tells me it's in my x, which means I don't move left or right at all. All I'm going to do is actually move down 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's my answer. Now, it's very important that we know what my scale is going to be. In this case, my numbers were easy. I had numbers that fit, in this case, from 15 to -15, and from 12 to -12. Okay? If my numbers were larger, it would be a tougher problem to solve. So let me just erase this for a second. Okay? And let's say I had to graph the point 10, -30. Okay? So here's a different example where I'm clearly not going to be able to fit -30 on this graph. So I need to choose a different measurement. Well, I know that going down, I have 12 boxes. So maybe I want to choose a different measurement that I can use. Maybe I can count by 3s, I can count by 5s, I can count by 10s. In my case, I think I'm going to count my y's by 5. 5, 10, 15. And it's going to be the same thing when I'm going down, -5, -10, -15. Now, just because I counted those by 5s doesn't mean I need to count my x's by 5 as well. Maybe for this, since I'm counting, I have 10, maybe I want to count by 1s. Maybe I want to count by 2s. In this case, I think I'm going to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, and I know that's going to be a 10 right there. So here, starting my origin, I'm counting by 2s until I get to 10, and then I'm counting by 5s as I go down. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to go right there. And that is the point 10, -30. Choosing an appropriate scale is going to be able to help you graph this point.